Hi everyone, welcome to Beauty with Danny, and today we're doing special effects. So you got to start with a clean face and no makeup on, and you need a sponge, liquid latex, some makeup of course, some cream paints by Benai, some tissue paper, a bruise wheel or a death wheel, doesn't matter, and lots of different bloods like scab blood and dark blood. Also some staples and a little tray. We're going to start by taking that liquid latex and pouring some into the little tray. We're going to get the sponge and just dab it into the liquid latex and then put it onto the sides of your face. We're going to cover up so two sides of your face and the lips with this method. So here we go, just going to dab that onto the side of your face and then stick on a bit of tissue paper that you'll just tear off, and do it as big or small as you want. Just don't go up to the hairline because you can rip out your hairs when you rip off the latex when you're finished. So I do that, and then you just put more liquid latex over top with a sponge and then apply another layer of tissue and then use that liquid latex over again, and then start the process again on the other side. Now get your scissors out and cut the side of your face, but not really. You're not really doing that. Please don't do that. Be careful when you do the stage. Just lift up the sides of the latex and tissue paper that you made, and just to loosen it up a little bit, but not completely pull it off. Otherwise you'll ruin everything that you've just done. And then just cut into it slowly and cutting off little bits at a time in that cut, so then it looks a bit deeper and scarier. It's not supposed to be a perfect cut. It can have jagged edges because you want it to look like you've actually been slashed open on your face. And of course you're going to cut the other side too. Now I'm going to take this Max Factor cream foundation, which is in a real dark shade. I picked this up a long time ago to try to do cream contouring, but I'm using it right now just to put over the white tissue paper and latex, because so then it evens it out when you put your usual foundation over the top of it. So then the tissue paper and the latex doesn't look white compared to the rest of your skin. Always use crappy brushes from like a $2 shop or something for special effects. Don't ever use your personal brushes because you might ruin them. I do later on, you'll see I will use my Sedona Lace brush, powder brush, just to put powder over the top of that foundation, just so that it's not shiny anymore from that liquid latex. You do this to both sides, and then you go ahead and put your normal foundation on. I'm using Rimmel Match Perfection, and then just putting that all over my face and the latex and tissue. Next we're going to powder that, so using my Sedona Lace powder brush, we're going to just use some Benefit powder and just go over that to stop the shine of that latex. Then taking that liquid latex again and just putting it over my lips, making sure my lips are closed when I do this, and doing that process of the tissue paper with the liquid latex again that we did on both sides of the face. And then just letting that dry. Do I look scary yet? It looks terrible now, but when we finish it's going to look really creepy. Now while that's drying, we'll get some cream paint by Ben Nye. I forgot which one this one was called, but it's a red burgundy type of colour. And putting it up into those cuts that we made. Now taking that black Ben Nye cream paint and doing the same thing. Not too intensely though, just dabbing it. Then with the black just going in the natural crease of your lips. Then just using that Benefit powder that I got and just putting it on the lips so then that white doesn't show. This is optional, but I just took some staples and took them apart one by one and then squeezed them and then just hooked in the top one, because it's too much to put both in, but I just hooked it on the top by just pressing it through the latex and tissue paper. Now just putting it through my lips where the tissue paper and latex is. So it kind of looks like my mouth is stapled shut. Then just taking that scab blood that I have and also a little brush here that I have in my hand, and just taking it and putting it in where those gashes are, right in and around, all through my lips as well, in the middle of my lips of course. Make sure you have clumps in those wounds with the fresh scab blood. Now just taking that purple shade in the bruise wheel and then just tapping it around the wound, and then I'll buff it out with a sponge. And then getting a bit of red from that bruise wheel and doing the same, and then buffing it out again. This is so the wound is looking fresh. dark blood. So we're going to use this to put in the wound and let it drip out, so then it has a natural drip down your face and it's a nice effect. And then you go ahead and just put quite a bit in places as well, like around the flappy, the flappy skin there that you've had stapled together. I ended up taking some Ben Nye black, cream paint that we used earlier and putting it over the wound because I felt like it needed a little bit more. So it kind of looks like a bit of a burning effect as well. So it's pretty much like a torture look. So you've been tortured. Moving on to the makeup side of things, so I'm just doing what you usually do, prime and stuff. I didn't do my eyebrows too good because I was just like in a rush type of thing, but you can do them better, do them dark and creepy looking. So I'm just going to be doing my normal routine of primer, but I'm going to do a dark eye look, but you can do whatever you like. And I'm highlighting the brow bone as well, so then it kind of makes my eyes stand out a bit more. Eyelash curler I am going to be doing now, and mascara, the usual. Remember guys, I'm not yet a makeup artist or special effects artist, but I do pretty well and I've taught myself, so just remember that. Here's the finished look. Thanks guys for watching, and remember to subscribe.